guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks test server with LNG Gamer. Today we're moving it up a tier and we're going to look at the new tier 9 German heavy tank that now precedes the Maus, the Mäuschen, or the Mini Mouse. Well, that's what I call it anyway. Similar to the 100-01P, it's very slabby with the armour. It's very slow, very big, it's got pretty good gun on it, but its traverse is slow, it moves slowly, turret turns slowly, but this line of German heavy tanks is all about the raw armour thickness. So I'm going to talk you through my impressions of it in the garage, where I've noticed some weak spots are and what have you. And then we're going to jump into a gameplay and see what it thinks after talking about equipment fit and stuff. So, fully upgraded, it's mounting a 128mm gun with average penetration of just shy of 250 and 490 average damage, which is pretty good, as you can see there. When fitted with vents and a gun rammer with 100% crew, this thing has an average damage per minute of just above 2,300 with a reload time of 12.66. Equipment fit, I would recommend vents and gun rammer. It just improves your loading speed, improves your aiming speed, everything a little bit. And for the third one, I would probably recommend the super heavy spar liner, because tanks like this are artillery's favourite target. But this thing has a lot of armour. As we can see here, 200mm at the front of the hull, 240 at the turret, 160 on the side of the turret, 155 on the hull, and even the back of this thing isn't exactly paper thin, with 135 and 150 respectively. Head on, this thing is quite a tough nut to crack. This lower plate here is a bit of a weak spot. I don't know the exact figure. I'm sure likes a quickie baby will be able to tell you that. But the top plate is angled back at about 45 degrees, giving you round about, I think, 260mm effective thickness. The front of the turret is nicely curved, so unless you hit it dead on, if you hit above the middle point or below it from the same height, the front of the turret is somewhere in the region of 300 plus, depending where you hit it. So especially if you hit the top, it is just going to bounce off or not penetrate. However, there is a bit of a shot trap here. This top panel is relatively weak. Again, I don't know the exact thickness. So there's a chance that shots can come in here, bounce off the front of the turret and go down through the deck, injuring your crew. Other front of the weak spots, this machine gun port here, in the very centre, appears to be a weak spot. But this bit is not, as far as I can tell. But like with the 1001P, the Commander's cupola is rather big from the front, so it's quite a inviting target. My suggestions with this tank would be always keep it angled, sort of at least there. Just gives you a bit more thickness, bait people into shooting your side if you angle a bit further, and try to angle your turret a little, sort of off to one side like that or that between shots. Just again increases the thickness, and if you wiggle it about, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to try and hit the cupola up there. Crew skills wise, I'd recommend 6th Sense for the commander. Armourer probably, initially, this would be my choice for the gunner, because this gun isn't inaccurate at 0.38, but isn't overly accurate, and in a tier 10 match, if you get into a tier 10 match, you're going to need to be able to aim for weak spots if your gun gets damaged. I'd recommend clutch braking for the driver, because the traverse speed on this thing is 16.12 degrees per second, and that's with clutch braking having improved it slightly and improved vents. For the other three, initially I'd say train repairs. Once you finish your first skill, drop for Brothers in Arms. After that, you can take on skills. After that, maybe recommend snapshot for the gunner. And, well, maybe not controlled impact. You're never really going to ram in this, but someone might ram you. But any of the other driver skills are quite useful. And then drop for repairs on everyone, because it's heavy tank. Repairs are always good. Obviously, if you can afford it, mount the large first aid kit, large repair kit, etc. I'd recommend definitely, if you can afford it, take the automatic fire extinguisher, even if you don't take the others. But large repair kit does improve your track repair speed and stuff if you don't use it, so it is a very useful one to have. Ammo wise, I'd recommend take mainly normal armor piercing. It does have pretty good penetration with a few APCR for when you get stuck. Like I said before, this thing is horribly slow and about the size of Mexico, so its concealment rating is absolutely horrible. As you can see there, even stationary, this thing is, yeah, can be seen from the other side of Himmelsdorf pretty much. So anyway, that's enough for the quick rundown of the tank in the garage. I mean, if you get around the sides and rear of this thing, just shoot it anywhere. I do love the fact that it actually has windows in the side of the turret, which I think is wonderful. Yeah, just in case the weaker arm wasn't enough for people to shoot through, you can shoot people through the windows as well. But let's jump into a match and see how we do in this. The Mini Mouse. This did come into the game as a possible tank a few patches ago, somewhere around 9.7, I believe. At that point it had the 15cm gun you could mount to it, but it was just ridiculously overpowered with that gun. You could spam high explosive and rack up 3, 4, 5,000 damage in a game easily, even a noob like me. But we're going to jump into a match. Hopefully it's not a tier 10 match, and we'll see how we do. Okay guys, here we are on Siegfried Line. It's a tier 10 match. As you can see, there's a few people playing some of the new tier 10s or the more recent tier 10s like the Kramwagen. This is the second match I'm going to attempt in this night. The first one I came across another Mäuschen, and after bouncing his first shot he switched to APCR and just spammed gold into me, which doesn't really help with testing of these tanks when people do that, but it's the test server, what do I expect? As you can see, like I said before, I only tend to play the amount of gold ammo I would play in this tank under normal circumstances. Well, I say gold ammo, I don't pay, it's not gold ammo anymore, it's premium ammo. Ooh, that was a nice kill by our team. Useful one as well, taking out tier 10 medium. And the enemy team's team killing this time. What can you do? Oh well, one less artillery to shoot at me, always good. So, see what we can do. See if we can get the gun down in time to shoot that guy. No, I was never going to hit him with where he disappeared off to. So what have we got over there? IS-7. I don't particularly get shot in the flank by that, so I'm going to cut down here. I'm going to try to... Oh, this is going to be painfully slow, coming up this hill. Right. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can see, shall we? I'm going to try and get round behind these guys while they're being engaged. I'm not sure what that was. Probably that bat shot over there. What's the IS-7 doing? Oh, that'll do. Let's angle up. Pull back. No, he's come round. There. And the IS-7's gun is pretty decent. I'll try and get round here and get a shot into his big fat Russian arse. That went quite nicely indeed. Oh, I am now taking fire from behind, which is not good. I need to get out of here. Finish off him. You can see, despite being very slow and me being a very newbie player, I have managed to pull up nearly... Oh, I do not want to get shot by those. Oh, no. Do not want to get hit by those. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can stick your nose out there if you want. I don't want to. Nope. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh my good lord, I bounced it. That is very surprising indeed. Let's put one into him and run away. No, I'm dead. I am so dead. There we go. 2 Death Stars was never going to go very well, but I did manage nearly 2,600 damage and 3 kills. Even though I am... my ideal tier on the live server is tier 7, maybe tier 8, not tier 9. So let's just have a look and see. No, it doesn't look like we have any other of the new tanks, so we're gonna let this match play out and I will join you in the garage to have a look at the results, see whether or not I made a profit. Okay, so here we are. I was a second class mastery, so I did better there than 80% of other people. Got a couple of medals there, so... And experience wise, I came out second in the team, which does surprise me, but I suppose it was a tier 10 game. The FV215B183s on the enemy team did do very well, but it's the Death Star. You don't need to hit here 4 times for over 4,000 damage. And even without a premium account, that would have earned a little bit of money, which is not bad in a tier 9 match, especially when you don't do massively well. So yeah, that is the new tier 9 German Heavy. Slots in the tech tree, if we just have a look. From the Tiger P, you now get the VK100-01P through the Mäuschen and to the mouse. So the 3 tanks do drive very similar. They are big, heavy slabs of armour, pretty decent guns, but anything with manoeuvrability that thinks about it will get round you and kill you. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope this video was informative for you to a certain extent. Useful in any way is always what I aim for. Please let me know what you think of the video, what you think of the tank. Anyway, take care playing whatever you're playing. Join me next time for hopefully a review of this beast, the new Panzerkampfwagen 7, new tier 10 German. Again, it's a rear-mounted turret, but this thing's a little bit different to the new mouse line. This is more along the lines of the 4502. Slightly different, a little bit different playstyle, but we'll come into that in another video. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. Take care playing whatever you're playing, and I will catch you next time. Bye.